Here's a requested illustration on how to achieve this dress. First, I'm going to start by drafting out the back pattern. So for this dress, what you need is the shoulder to bust, waist and blouse length. After marking this, use your tape and mark your shoulder divided by 2 plus half because this dress has a sleeve. Come down by 1 inch and here mark a basic neckline of 3 inches by 1 for the neckline. Connect from the shoulder to the neckline and draw out your neckline. The next step is to find your chest line, which is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Whatever you have, draw out a straight line there. That measurement you have on the shoulder, place it back on the chest line and mark. Place your ruler and draw a straight line. Now, go ahead to divide your shoulder into 2 equal parts by folding out your tape. Now, mark at this point, come in by ½ inch, mark your bust circumference divided by 4, connect to that ½ inch and connect down to your bust circumference divided by 4. The next step you're going to take now is to mark your dart. So for this pattern, there's no dart on it actually. But let's say you're adding a dart to this, you'll go ahead to mark your nipple to nipple divided by 2 and draw out a straight line. Now, if you don't want to mark your dart, all you have to do is to insert your measurement directly. So for the dart, mark ½ inch on both sides of your pattern. Go ahead to come down by 1 inch from the bust and measure about 4 inches after your waistline. Connect this all the way up and connect this at the other side. Also connect all the way going towards the lower part. Now we are going to insert our measurement. Note this is a free shirt, so whatever measurement you have, let's say if your bust is 30 inches, you might end up using like 32 inches, then divide it by 4 and add your sewing allowance. Going to repeat the same thing at the waistline. You will not use your actual measurement, then divide it by 4, measure the dart intake, replace and add your sewing allowance of 1 inch. And also at the hip, go ahead to repeat the same process. Let's say your hip is 40, you can use 42 inches divided by 4 and mark, then add your sewing allowance. Another way is to actually mark your measurement, then add extra 1 inch for ease and then add your sewing allowance to it, right? Make sure that you don't use your actual measurement. If not, the shirt is not going to give this free effect, or the dress is not going to give a free effect. So at the lower part of this blouse, of this dress, I'll come up by 2 inches. From that 2 inches, I'm going to go ahead to connect this all the way going down to the lower part of this pattern. So this is what I have after connecting at this point. The next step is to go ahead to cut this out. After cutting this out, I'm also going to use this to cut out for the front pattern. Now this is my pattern for the front. You notice this dress has like a collar, so what you do is to measure the neckline of the back measurement. That is what we'll be using as a guide there, and I marked out about 3 inches in front, or 3.5 in front. Then place your pattern on it this way, right? So what you do now is to go ahead to trace out what you have here. Now after tracing it out, we are going to extend the lower part of this shirt. So extend it at least by 2 to 3 inches extra to give that pointy effect. Lower part of the dress. So what I'll do is I'll outline the chest line, the bust and the waistline of this pattern. So I'll be using that as a guide. So I'll outline this other part of my pattern with my marker to make it more visible for you to see. Next step I'll take is to mark a basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches for the front pattern, and I'll go ahead to connect. After I'm done connecting at this point, I'll come down to the lower part. I'll go up a bit from the waistline, then I'll connect this all the way to that point. I'll still go ahead to readjust this. I'm just using it as a guide for now. Now for the button allowance, you can use 1 inch and mark that out. Go ahead to place your ruler and draw a straight line. For the lapel area, I'll extend this out. You can use 2 inches or 3 inches depending on how wide you want it to be, and I'll connect it back. So I'll still readjust this area much later, right? I'm just marking this out for the meantime. So I'll go ahead to reconnect this. Now place your tape and you're going to go ahead to take the measurement you have here. So whatever you have, place it and mark a straight line. Then come out by ½ inch here, blend it to the collar back. Now measure how wide you want your collar to be. You can use 3 inches from it. So what I'll do is I'll come in by 1 inch, tilt my tape this way and mark, then connect this all the way going to the collar. So this is what I have at this point. Now outline here, remember I said I will readjust this area, that is the lower area of this pattern. This pattern you can cut it without a dart, but I'll go ahead to mark my dart, which is my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and draw a straight line. Since we use the the back pattern to draw it out, so I have to like replace the dart intake we marked from that pattern at the back. So let's just say this is the that we have here. This is more like a rough sketch, right? And I'll go ahead to cut out this pattern. So I'll go ahead to cut this out, and after cutting out, I'll go ahead to readjust this pattern at the lower part, right, before we can now go ahead to cut it out. Now this is what I have on this part, right? So now I'll go ahead to extend the lower part and I'll slant this all the way to the end, right? So this is how it's meant to be. So what I'll now do is to go ahead to come down from this point. You notice that there's a little opening at this side. I'll mark ½ inch and I'll connect it down. So I'll go ahead to use my marker to outline, extend this going down, then go down by that ½ inch I have at this side. Now I'll cut this out. So this is what I have, and the next step is just to cut out the collar because you add it back separately.